I'm a great believer that any application of technology should be to solve a problem, should be to solve a human problem. Um, if the technology can make something work better, then we should be open to it. But so often we implement technology in places just because it's available, because somebody else did it. We have to suffer a real problem that technology can solve. And the amazing thing is sometimes technology is not the best solution. Sometimes leadership thinks that technology is the best solution and never asks the people. One of my favorite examples is a manufacturing company that realized that they didn't know the loading of their machines and who was busy and who wasn't busy. And so they spent $3 million on a very, very sophisticated SAP system to tell them all of what's going on, what machines were busy, what people were busy, the status of any particular job, et cetera, et cetera. And all of the information was available. You just had to go screens deep to find it. And here was the problem. They spent all that money and nobody used it. And so they asked the people who actually worked on the factory floor, will you fix it? They went to the local stationery store. They bought a bunch of colored folders, red, yellow, green. They bought a bunch of Lucite folders that they pinned on a board, and they put the name of every machine on the Lucite board and the name of the job in the folder. And if you were green, it's because you were on schedule. If you were red, it's because you were running late and you needed help. And if you were yellow, you weren't working, your machine was down and you were available to do other work. So you could stand there in front of this board that they probably spent $30 on. And in an instant, you could see who in the factory was working and who wasn't and who needed help. And I think that's more innovative than simply the application of technology. And so we have to include the people who have to use the technology, tell them the problem, tell them the solution we think will work, but ask them if they have other solutions, because sometimes the people in the front lines, the people who actually have to use this stuff, are way more knowledgeable than the people who are actually doing the purchasing.